This is an art attack. This is an art attack. This is Art Attack!
Hello there. You know, I thought we'd start today in a more traditional way. In fact, it has become a fine tradition on Art Attack that at least once in every series we do something really messy. Come and have a look at this. Take a piece of paper, any colour you like, nice and big, and starting at one of the side edges, fold a strip that's roughly the width of a ruler, and then turn the paper over and fold it back on itself, again, roughly the width of a ruler. And keep doing this all along your paper, each time turning the paper, folding it over back on itself, roughly the width of a ruler. Now, I think this is called a concertina fold, where you just fold, turn the paper, fold, turn the paper, fold, and eventually you run out of paper. And then just lay it down and let's open it out, and there you have some zigzag peaks and troughs that run from the top of your paper to the bottom of your paper. And then the traditional messy bit. Here we go. Take 3 different coloured bottles of poster paint and take your first bottle and just gently squeeze a line of paint across those zigzag folds, and then another line across the folds, and again, and do about 5 lines going from one side of the paper to the other. You don't want thick lines, so move your bottle quite quickly, and then take another colour, and this time go diagonally across the paper. There it is. I'm just squeezing gently to get a nice thin line out and moving my bottle nice and quickly, and then take the third colour and do the same again in the other direction, so across the other diagonal. And again, I'm just going to do 4 stripes this time, I think. 4 or 5 stripes should do it. You don't have to do stripes. You could do swirls or squiggles. You could experiment. I'm just going to do thin stripes for this demonstration. Right, here we go. This is the tricky bit, so bear with me. You have to just push in those zigzag folds back on themselves like that, nice and slowly, to trap all of that paint inside those grooves. And then just pick it up, keep it nice and level, and just gently squeeze the paint. I can feel it all squelching in there. You know, I love doing this sort of thing. And then just turn it round the other way and squeeze it gently, not too hard, otherwise you'll find it all flies out and hits you in the face. And just squeeze it gently in there, nicely together, and then gently and carefully place it down and watch this. Open it out again. Whoa, look at that! That is one fantastic zigzag paint attack. Isn't that a brilliant effect? And then you just put it to one side and let it dry. Not bad for a mess, eh? An artistic mess. And when it's dry, just turn it over and take some glue and just put a dab of glue down each of these side strips, just very carefully, otherwise all your paint might crack off, so do it very gently. I'm just doing it quite quickly to show you. And then take another piece of card or paper as a backing card, this time a different colour, and just before you mount it, just place it above the backing paper and just gently squeeze it together so it just raises a bit in the middle, and then press it down like that. Keep your fingers there until it's dried, and when it's dry, lift it up, and there you have a zigzag paint attack that's well and truly mounted. I'll just move that around so you can see that effect. Isn't that brilliant? And of course, you can square the paint out in any way you like, swirls, squiggles, and you can even mount it in a couple of different ways. What about this? I call this a fan mount, and you just squeeze the edges of the zigzag folds together, glue them in position, and then just fan it out and mount it on a sort of diamond-shaped piece of card. Well, it's just a square turned sideways, isn't it? And what about this? If you pull those 2 side folds together, or the side strips, and just glue them together like that, then you have this sort of 3D effect that stands up by itself. I think that's a brilliant effect. What do you think? Yeah, try it yourself. A zigzag paint attack.
Oh, what a fantastic way of using good old paper and paint. Zigzag fold your paper, squirt on your paint, gently squeeze it together, open it and let it dry. But do us a favour, put some newspaper or something down first so you don't make a mess. Do you want to see my zigzag and paint picture? Oh, I think I'd better have another go.